Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
A crime alert tonight. Santee neighbors are cautious after deputies say a man tried to kidnap a 9-year-old girl. Good evening, I'm Vanessa Van Hefty. 10 News reporter Cassie Carlisle is live in the neighborhood. Cassie, a lot of kids that live there.
Yeah, a lot of kids, and that's what concerns parents. You can see that they're playing outside right now, and there's dozens of kids that live on this street. They're playing outside. Around this time is when that terrifying incident occurred on Thursday. Now, we spoke with the great-grandmother of that 9-year-old girl who was riding her bike Thursday evening around 6 p.m. when she had a white man in his 60s pull up in a silver convertible with a black roof. He asked her if she wanted to go to a game. Her great-grandmother tells us that she had the feeling that he was about to get out of his car, and that scared her, so she took off on her bike and made it safely home. Her great-grandmother says she's okay, but she hasn't ridden her bike down this street since. The San Diego County Sheriff's Department says be on the lookout for that man who was wearing a red hat, has white hair, was wearing chrome sunglasses, and has a handicapped license plate. Neighbors we spoke to said they absolutely train their kids on how to protect themselves.
You know, stranger danger, you know, not to go too far up the street. You know, they're usually in our fenced yard. You know, they know if anybody they don't know comes along, they'll come in, you know, and tell us about it. But we're also out here quite a bit watching them.
And if you have any information on this, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is going to pop up on your screen, 888-580-9477. There's a $1,000 reward offered for anyone who provides information that leads to an arrest. Reporting live here in Santee, Cassie Carlisle, 10 News.
We know everyone has their eyes open. Cassie, thank you. It is our first weekend game for the San Diego Padres, but while you enjoyed the game, police are out working in the East Village. Our 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo live near Petco Park, where police made a number of DUI arrests last night. Laura?
Vanessa, yeah, they were able to arrest 11 people during a DUI checkpoint. I'm going to step out of the way because police are out here just as first pitch happened at about 5:40 this evening, and officers are out here like they usually are once the season kicks back up. Now, last night's checkpoint started just before 11 and ended before 3 this morning. The police department sent out a reminder whether or not you're coming to the Padres game. If you plan on drinking, plan ahead, get a designated driver, or take an Uber or a Lyft. A DUI can cost at least $10,000 plus possible jail time, so it's a lot cheaper to take an Uber or a Lyft. So again, good thing Padres are back, but a reminder from the police department that if you're coming to the East Village or anywhere really, do not drink and drive. Reporting live from downtown, Laura Acevedo, 10 News.
Laura, thank you. A good reminder. A beautiful day at the beaches in San Diego County, but parts of the coastline are still off limits tonight due to contamination. 10 News reporter Rena Nakano reports from Imperial Beach, where some people chose to ignore the warnings and jump in.
Good evening, Vanessa. We're out here at the Imperial Beach Pier, which is far enough away from the Tijuana River runoff, so this area is safe. But just about a mile down to the southerly direction over there, that's a completely different story.
You couldn't have asked for a more perfect beach day.
We've had rain for such a long time. It's nice to enjoy the sunshine and the fresh air.
Nicholas Pasculi drove down specifically to Imperial Beach to avoid the weekend crowds.
And we wanted to have kind of beach to ourselves and chill out.
And he knows exactly why this beach is so empty.
Maybe because the sign's up and says, be careful, the water might be contaminated.
It's clearly posted, bright and yellow. Last week, San Diego County Environmental Health gave the green light for people to enjoy beaches north of the Last House on Seacoast Drive in Imperial Beach. But we met Pasculi here, right in the middle of the red zone, a place where the county has deemed unsafe due to Tijuana sewage contamination since last November.
The way I look at it, we're pretty close to that Last House, so I think we're in a gray zone. You know, I'm not worried about it.
Surfer Dane Crosby isn't fazed by the warnings either.
It's a north swell today, so I know that the water is moving south.
The opposite direction to the contamination.
When it is dirty, you'll get an essence of like detergent, kind of like a peppery detergent smell.
And he didn't smell that here today. Neither did his expert, Dixie the Golden Lab. Pasculi is certain that the winds and waves will filter away the contaminants.
I survived!
Or at least he hopes.
It doesn't smell.
But in all seriousness, that sign is still posted at that location off Seacoast Drive, so it is recommended that you stay out of the water. Reporting in Imperial Beach, I'm Rena Nakano, 10 News.
We know they test it every day. Rena, thank you. And we want to take a live look outside for you tonight. Yeah, very busy day at all of our beaches. 10 News Pinpoint weather anchor Mackenzie Maynard has been tracking all that. Just gorgeous out there.
I know, summer-like way to end March, and I can't believe April is Monday. But it's funny, that guy just said that we've had so much rain for so long. I think all of us are really enjoying this beach day. Take a look, we're looking at Del Mar from this sky cam. Plenty of people still out enjoying the beach day. Look at everyone on the grass or on the sand, and a beautiful beach day it was. Taking a look also downtown Coronado sky cam showing us a big shot of this boat that just pulled up. But what we're really talking about is the Padres game. First pitch happening just a short while ago, 5:40. It's 69 degrees downtown. Around 7 o'clock, it'll drop to about 65. Tonight, 10 o'clock, 63 degrees as it continues to cool down. We're talking about some chilly overnight low temperatures, but tomorrow is going to be another beautiful day, even warmer than today. We'll have all those details coming up in just a little bit.
Mackenzie, sounds good. We'll see in a bit. President Trump is focusing on immigration this weekend. The State Department says he directed it to cut off aid to 3 Central American countries. Natasha Chen is at the U.S.-Mexico border with a closer look.
Cutting off aid and issuing a new threat. President Trump has instructed the U.S. State Department to cut off foreign aid to 3 Central American countries, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras.
We have right now 2 big caravans coming up from Guatemala, massive caravans, walking right through Mexico.
Saturday's move comes one day after President Trump said the 3 countries had set up migrant caravans to enter the U.S. He is also demanding action from Mexico, saying he'll close the U.S.-Mexico border next week if Mexico doesn't do anything to stop immigrants from coming into the United States illegally.
Mexico's tough. They can stop them. And if they don't stop them, we're closing the border. They'll close it, and we'll keep it closed for a long time. I'm not playing games.
The president insists the U.S. has run out of detention space for undocumented immigrants. His comments come at a time when Homeland Security and border officials have said their resources have been stretched thin. But this latest move aimed to stop illegal immigration may backfire. According to the U.S. Global Leadership Coalition, foreign aid programs in the 3 countries that are set to lose aid were working to promote opportunity and security for their citizens. In McAllen, Texas, I'm Natasha Chen reporting.
And back here at home, 2 community leaders say closing the border crossings would turn San Ysidro into a ghost town. They also say the president's goal of punishing Mexico will backfire. San Ysidro is the busiest land crossing in the country. Thousands stop near the border every day for gas, food, and shopping. When the crossing was shut down for 6 hours last November, it cost area businesses there $5.3 million. You can count on 10 News to track the latest developments at our border. You can find any new information on our 10 News mobile app. You can download it for free in the App Store. Dozens of federal investigators are searching for why an automotive warehouse went up in flames for the 2nd time in just 6 months. This happened Thursday on Balboa Avenue in Kearney Mesa. About 25 ATF special agents and others with the National Response Team were brought in to investigate. The fire burned for quite some time, so they have to make sure the building is safe before they can send crews inside.
Where we're going to have rakes and shovels sifting through every piece of debris, every piece of, let's say, electrical components.
Surveillance video from a nearby business shows someone walking through the parking lot moments before that fire, but officials say right now they do not have a person of interest. The building is total loss. 2 people are in the hospital tonight with serious injuries after a car crash involving a suspected drunk driver. This happened in Carlsbad last night on State Street north of Grand Avenue. Police say the driver of a Mercedes tried making a left turn out of a coaster station and T-boned a motorcycle. The 2 riders flew off and were taken to the hospital. The 67-year-old driver was arrested on suspicion of DUI, and police believe that the motorcyclist may have also been under the influence. Right now, crews are busy fixing a huge sinkhole on Home Avenue. This intersection near Federal Boulevard has been blocked off all day, forcing drivers to take different routes there. A construction worker on site tells us that a water main break caused that sinkhole to open up. We're working to find out how long those repairs will take and when the street will reopen. Police have arrested the man they say broke into a woman's Talmadge home and sexually assaulted her. Police arrested 42-year-old Leonard Derrick yesterday. They say he and another man broke into the woman's home on 50th and El Cajon last week. They say Derrick sexually assaulted the woman before the two men took money from her and then stole her car. Police are still investigating. Narcan has been a lifesaver for people overdosing on opiates. Now health officials in one state want to make it easier to get. And the story of a $2 Babe Ruth baseball card. Now that's been authenticated, it looks to bring in millions at auction. The man who bought it seeing his life change.